Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Vijay Research Support. So in the last video, you have understood about the literature review. So in today's video, I am going to share you the important factors related with the quality of the journal. So how you can understand the quality of the journal? So there are two different factors. One is the impact factor and second one is the Cite Score. So in today's session, we'll try to learn with what is the journal impact factor and Cite Score. So basically, the impact factor of a journal is based on the two factors or two figures. The first figure is the number of citations given to the particular journal over past 2 years. Means in the last 2 years, how many number of times the papers has been referred from the particular journal. The second factor is the amount of research articles or review articles published by that journal over the same 2 year period. Hmm? So let us calculate the impact factor of any particular journal. Let us take XYZ journal for 2022. So in 2020 and 2021, how many number of papers has been cited and how many number of papers has been published. So on these two factors, the impact factor is calculated. So impact factor is equal to A upon B, where A belongs to the total number of times its article were cited during the two previous years. We are considering only the 2 year analysis, whereas B belongs to the total number of citable articles in the journal during those 2 years. So somebody may have an idea about the impact factor, but how this particular impact factor is deciding factor for your particular article. If the impact factor is good, then we can say it is a quality journal and many of the papers has been referred. So the quality of the journal we can easily identify using the impact factor. So as I just told you, the impact factor is taken for only 2 years analysis. So during the first 2 years or 3 years, whatever the papers has been cited, they will get the highest weightage. And as the time passes, let us take 20, after 20 years, the papers will not be considered for the analysis. So the average number of citations is the average articles received per annum in the 2 year after the publication. So your paper will be having highest weightage in the first 2 years. So many times even your supervisor or your guide will tell you that refer the latest papers. Okay. Now just we have seen the concept of impact factor. Let us take an example to calculate the impact factor. So basically it is depend on the two factors, that is A and B, where A belongs to the number of papers cited and B belongs to the number of papers published in the previous 2 years only. So let us take impact factor for 2018 we are going to calculate. So we are considering the analysis of 2016 and 2017, that is the last 2 years. So A is the number of papers published in 2016 and 17, and the B is the number of citable items published by the journals in 2016 and 17. So let us take an example of A belongs to 1298, that is the number of times the all articles has been cited, and B is equal to 541, that is the total number of citable items published by that particular journal in last 2 years. Though the impact factor will comes as 1298 divided by 541 is equal to 2.40. That is the impact factor for that particular journal. As we have just seen how we can able to calculate the impact factor, but many of the journals already shown their impact factor. But how we can cross verify the impact factor given by that particular journal is it true or not? So the impact factor is basically given by, or it is developed by the Web of Science, and it is a paid service. If you want to check the impact factor of any journal, then you have to have the subscription from Web of Science, or your institution login must be there. There are some drawbacks with this impact factor. So what are these drawbacks? So basically, as I told you, it is given by the Web of Science. So other journals which are not indexed in the Web of Science are not having any such a impact factor. But they are calculating their impact factor by themselves, like the number of papers cited and the number of papers published. From that, they are citing their impact factor, but it is not validated. So only the journal which are indexed in the Web of Science will have the impact factor. Then the impact factor only looks at the citation in the current year to articles in the previous 2 years. It only works well for disciplines in which rapid citation is the standard. So like an engineering standards, or like a technical field or medical field where the continuous research is going on. So there we don't have the problem like the citation. So your paper will be get cited within 1 year or within a month, because there is continuous research is going on. But there are some fields like arts is there, humanity is there, social science is there, where the citation is not a rapid. So in that case there is a problem. So sometimes the journal like arts and humanities, they don't have any impact factor, because their papers will not be cited, because the research is not a continuous research. So that is the problem. One of the example of the nature journal I have just shown here, impact factor for 5 years, but again it is not validated, or it is not listed in the Web of Science. It is only providing 2 years analysis. So how to cope up with this particular problem? So Scopus come with the another solution for this. So Scopus has defined another quality index parameter that is called as a Cite Score. That is called as a Cite Score. So Cite Score has arrived to compute with the impact factor, luring users in with these benefits. So there are some benefits like it is a free to access. So anybody can check the Scopus matrix, or they can have the journal citation report. It is basically calculated from the Scopus journal list. So compared with the Web of Science, the Scopus journal list is a vast, or which is much larger than the Web of Science. And another big advantage is that they are considering the 3-year citation window, means they are considering one more extra year compared to the impact factor. So just I take given one example of one of the journal, that is Indian Journal of Engineering and Material Sciences. This journal is particularly indexed in the Web of Science as well as in the Scopus as well. So you can see the Cite Score on the bottom left corner. So Cite Score for 2019. So you can see it is 1.2, and you can see the analysis 253 citations from 2016 to 19, means it is considering the 3-year analysis. And same during these 3 years around 208 articles has been published. So 208 documents from 2016 to 19. So these are the two basic parameters to check the quality of any journal. There are some more quality parameters are also there. So these parameters I will share with you in the next video. So stay tuned with the this particular channel, and always share your feedback. For any queries, you can drop a mail to me, or you can drop a comment. Thank you.